defense games on Roblox are getting very dry. I have a lot of reasons for it, but I just want you to hear me out. For newbies like people in TDX who only have Ranger or Shotgun Ranger or Operator Ranger, blah blah blah, it's pretty fun for them since they're new to these types of genres of game. But for pros like me, well, it's pretty fucking stupid for me because I just have to do the same shit over and over again, and it's boring. It just gets boring doing the same mode over and over again. So I think that there would be numerous situations or updates that could better improve quality of these types of games, since for the pros it's gotten very, very dry. That includes TDS and TDX, although they're both one of my favorite games. They gotten very, very dry for me, and I just can't play them anymore. It's just way too dry. I just get bored in the first 5 minutes of the game. So the second reason is, well, they are all almost the exact same game. Let's take TDX's intermediate mode and Tower Defense Simulator's intermediate mode. TDX's Eradicator Mark 1 has 140k HP, and TDS's Eradicator, TDS's guy, well, I don't know what it's called, Patient Zero, oh yeah, that guy, he has 100k HP. TDX has 32 waves on intermediate, and TDS has 30 waves on intermediate, and they both include very different zombie types from your usual games like Fallen and or Easy. So, and how about we take Easy mode on TDS and TDX. Easy mode on TDS, if I'm not mistaken, has 25 or 30 waves, and easy mode on TDX has around 25 to 24 waves. It has 24 waves. Now, the Plague Doctor has 40k HP, and the Gravedigger has 20k HP. Although Gravedigger did become 4 before and have 40k HP back in the day. And that means that TDX either straight up copied them or they took inspiration, which is why I don't like a lot of tower defense games in Roblox, because they all either just copy themselves or take inspiration, which is kind of stupid if you ask me. And the third reason is they need to be way more original for them to be valid. I really don't like the fact that TDS still has such a big player count, considering the fact that it either takes everything from another game with TDX, and so does TDX. TDX has a lower player count because, in my opinion, it's way more dry, because the realistic textures and all of that gets boring way faster than you really think it does. Like, I have I only have almost every tower in the game, except for Heli, and the game has gone way too dry, and I don't know what to do in the game except play endless mode and try to get to like wave 200, which I will never do because it's way too hard. And TDX is also, well, as I just said, way too hard. A lot of new players are going to think that TDX is hard, and they're going to find it hard to get adjusted to because of all the enemy types and the new troops and how to use them, and the games are just way harder and more complicated than TDS ever will be. Now we're gonna go on to TDS, and TDS is way too simple in my opinion. It's way too simple. I mean, the game is more fun generically, but both TDX and TDS are both very generic games, and they only just have different developers, and they're almost the same exact thing as the games. And almost every tower defense game on Roblox has taken inspiration from TDS Tower Battles with TDX, because, as I said, those are the big 3 tower defense games on Roblox. Now, here are some updates that could potentially make these games better. Update number 1 is for TDX. TDX, although it has some kind of grinding methods like the metal things, it's also gonna get dry at some point. Imagine just having every metal in the game, and now you just need to go back to just grinding endless over and over again, and until you just get the tower you want. And it's gotten very grindy. Like it's stupidly grindy. The game's full, but it's like very grindy, which is also another thing on why I don't like TDX that much anymore. And the second update is for TDS. TDS needs to be more original, and they need to stop delaying their updates. For an example, one time they were gonna release what was it called again? Oh yeah, the mercenary base. And the day it was gonna get released, as soon as that timer hit 0, it reset, and then we needed to wait 14 days just because of a singular fucking tower. Like, that sounds pretty dumb, doesn't it? I know it does. It sounds stupid. So TDS needs to stop delaying, and they need to work harder on their updates too. Like, only just one singular tower for an update. It shouldn't have to be like 20 days just to make. It's kind of stupid, really. Update number 3 is also for TDS. TDS needs to be more original. Intermediate mode, you guys might be controversial with this, but intermediate mode was clearly taken from the intermediate TDS. I'm sorry, but it was. They have almost the same exact wave structure, and it's just not fun. It's just honestly stupid. It's completely stupid. I just don't like it at all. TDS needs to be more original with their waves. For an example, oh yeah, I meant to say modes. For an example, let's say TDX makes a mode called Santa's Death. I don't know, I just made that up. And then TDX makes a mode called Santa's Death. It's the same thing, the same mode. It's not funny at this point. Like, it's not even fun anymore. It's just boring now. I mean, it's the same thing in the same exact games almost. The only differences are the quality and the developers. Of course, TDX has more effort put into it, which is why it takes so long for an update to come out. I know. Update number 4 is for TDX. TDX needs to be also more original with their towers. The names are almost just straight up taken from TDS. For example, Ranger, instead of it being like a tower, slow fire rate, high damage type tower, just like the Ranger in TDS, it's the beginner tower, which might sound kind of dumb, and it does quite good DPS actually. Now we're gonna go on to Medic. It's almost the same exact thing, except for the fact that, well, Medic and TDS can attack, and the Medic and TDX can't, and that's almost the only thing that's like, well, it's really kind of stupid, honestly. So yeah, this is gonna be the last update, and it's for TDX again, because TDX is way too realistic for a Roblox game. And they also need to optimize way much more than we think. On mobile, you can barely, like, I'm talking barely run endless mode after, like, wave 130. It's either just very laggy running at, like, 20 FPS, or you straight up just can't run it. So they need to fix more mobile optimizations, and also PC too, because let's say you have like a pretty big PC. I'll say like Intel iCore i3, like 7th gen, I don't know if that exists. And maybe like a GX 790. You almost won't be able to run endless mode because of how many explosions and effects there are gonna be that are gonna be so realistic. My PC can run it no problem because my PC is pretty fucking good. But the thing about that is that some people just don't have the money to afford a better PC like me. So you need they need to make better optimizations. For an example, they should make a mode in the settings for mobile players And for PC players, it's called low graphics mode. That turns down your graphics below the amount Roblox can handle. For an example, the textures won't be as tough, realistic. So mobile players can run it smoothly and have a fun time instead of them running at like barely 20 FPS. Now, coming from my personal experience, because I did get to wave 200 on mobile endless because I didn't have my PC, I was out of vacation, so I only had my phone to play. So, yeah, it's coming from personal experience. It's very hard to play when you can run 20 FPS. That's all the pros and cons of these types of games on I'm sorry if I only mentioned Tower Defense Simulator or TDX because those are the two major games on Roblox right now. I might do a Doomspire Defense video on what pros and cons that game has. And this is, that's basically it for this video. There's not a lot to say in this video except for the things that don't make these games good anymore like they used to be. And that's why TDS is Drive. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.